switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm a highly...
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good. You ready?
Here's Mack on the toss, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Mike down. 180.
55, Mike. Ricky.
734.
Mike 55.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. Mike 55. Right there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run here with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
You're mine.
Check 55 to mine. Check.
Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Mike, 55.
Hey, Delta.
55, Mike. I know he ain't got it. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Shotgun now for Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back, you remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looks. Like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Here I come. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Where are they, team? 3.
Bravo.
Mariota again. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the end around, here comes Smith. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 25-yard line.
Down. You wide, 8-8.
I'm on.
Express.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. Mike, 55.
On second and 11 now. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7.
54. Crunch time, defense. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Man, I got it.
Now Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Raiders first down.
Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. Shrugs him off. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Down. Wide 85. 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Mariota now to throw on first down. This is caught. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Mariota to sneak it, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota taking it in. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 14-10.
14. Raiders 10. Ryan Succop.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On play action, now Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's now second and 10.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
To throw again on second down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevius Mingo. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Mike 55. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Raider 1.
Put offense, let's go.
Mike 55. Hey, Charlie. Check Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He completes it to Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
59 mark.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Mariota now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And Walker has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Go. 56. Mike, 56, right.
To throw Mariota. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Mariota now to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 6-18. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Buzz.
55, Mike, 55.
Carr now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught by Brown. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go, D. Mike.
Carr to throw again.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
93.
To throw his car. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Markel Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You don't want nothing. You don't want live. You don't want
Mike, check.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 55. Hey, Team 6.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on a sack. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 7:34. 55, Mike 55. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Carr now on 1st down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota is caught by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down, Tennessee.
54 Mike.
coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mariota. Complete. This is Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, exit. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
808. We own them. We own them.
Carr now to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
93. So don't say nothing. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Later one. 55. Mike, 55. Hey, orbit. It's been a long day for you.
To throw again. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
694.
54 is Mike. 54.
Go.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Push him back. Push him back. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go one more.
Mariota here to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.